Well, would you like to gain an understanding of how the mind works, learn self-confidence, and learn how to accomplish your goals? Well, then we have the perfect program to tell you about. Here with all the details is Laura Noel, personal development coach and CEO at Stretch into Success. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, we're so happy to have you because these are great skills that anyone could use to really further themselves in life. And you work with a lot of different people and businesses. So is there a common theme in terms of, I guess, what helps people reach their goals and maybe what kind of hinders them from them?
Yes, I talk to a lot of people all over the world, and really the common theme is I hear a lot of people say, I'm going toward my goal, I know exactly what to do, but something is stopping me. So I hear that a lot. And then I also hear a lot of people say they don't really know what they want, and I don't believe that. You know what you want, it's inside of you, but again, there's something blocking me. And specifically, that something is a paradigm.
Mm-hmm. And what is the paradigm for, I guess, the context of that discussion?
So a paradigm is a multitude of habits that are stored in our subconscious mind, and they govern everything we do, our habitual activities. About 96 to 98% of everything we do is habitual. So the way we grab our coffee, the way we approach challenges, it's habitual. And those paradigms have been passed down from generation to generation. So they're not even our deep-rooted beliefs. They're beliefs that our ancestors had, and we adopt those.
Oh, interesting. And then I guess, how can those paradigms and those habits really influence, I guess, our day-to-day life or how we live and the results of those?
Well, our self-image is also a part of our paradigm. So we can never outperform our self-image. So if we have a goal, something that we'd like to be, do, or have that seems like a stretch for us, it's important that we change on the inside first, that our self-image is in alignment with that goal. Because if we don't do the inside work, that goal, our willpower will wear off, and that goal will become a distant memory. Maybe we'll get close to it, but we won't quite meet the mark.
Right.
It's because really the underlying cause of our results is our thoughts and our self-image.
And so how can we change that? How can we reach those results, I guess, without backsliding?
You know, it's interesting because this information that I'm sharing is really simple to understand. It's not easy to apply.
Right.
So I always recommend that people hire a mentor or a coach or mastermind with like-minded people to really help you and hold you accountable. Because, again, this is an inside job, and you really need to do the repetition of that work.
Right.
Really getting in alignment with that idea of who you'd like to be. So I would say if you have a goal, something that you'd love to be, do, or have, imagine you've already achieved it. And imagine that person you would be if you had achieved that goal. And start living from that space. Your subconscious mind doesn't know that you're not physically there yet. It believes whatever you feed it. So live from that space. Make decisions like that person you want to become.
Right.
And that's a great start.
It is. But again, it is easier said than done.
True.
But having expert help can really help to get you there. How long could the process potentially take to get you to that level?
Well, you know, there's two ways to change your paradigm. One is through an emotional impact, which is usually something that's negative, but repetition is another way, and that's what I teach. So I work with people over the course of 4 to 6 months, and we really get that idea embedded in their subconscious mind. You're basically upgrading your software, so to speak.
Right. Okay, I like that. Okay, and speaking of upgrading software, you are actually going to be hosting a seminar, right?
I am. It's at the Real Estate Learning Center right in town, and it's tomorrow night at 6 p.m. to 7:30, just a mini workshop on self-image. If anyone would like to attend, they're certainly welcome to. I would ask them to email me or go to my webpage, stretchintosuccess.com, and just click on the Contact Us button and just let me know that you'd like to attend, and I'll send you all the details.
Wonderful. And what is that program all about? What are the people that head on out, what are they going to be learning about?
They're going to be learning about what their goals are, really digging deep inside of themselves. What are their deepest dreams and desires? And what type of person would they like to become in order to get those deepest dreams and desires? So we're going to really be working and dissecting that self-image and helping them build one that's in alignment with what they want.
I love that. All right, because we all, of course, have goals, and we all have things that we want to work towards and want to achieve, and so many times it's already inside of us. It's just getting to that next level, having the confidence to do so, and having the great self-image. So I think this could really help elevate people to the next level that they want to be at. So wonderful opportunity for you guys to head on out. Again, make sure you head on out. That's happening again. When is it?
Tomorrow night,
Tomorrow
6
night.
p.m. to 7:30.
Okay, so email quickly if you do want to be a part of this, because I'm sure this is going to be filling up quickly.
I'm excited. It's going to be great.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and
Thank you.
enjoy tomorrow as well.
Absolutely.
That'll be a great opportunity.